diamonds for my son.
It was old when I fuck with this song. That Tupac be going in, man.
Man up here spitting bars and stuff.
I just talk the truth, man.
The man, the myth, the legend out here. Today we're talking to Corey Sevonta Bryant. He's a comedian as well as a DJ and actor. What have you done differently since the pandemic happened?
Nothing really. I just, I've been taking baths from the beginning. So you ain't been taking baths, you need to check your ass. But nah, I've been really just keeping it clean. Just staying away from a lot of people. Sometimes I'll get out, but just keeping it, social distancing.
So whenever they told you to stay in, how did you feel about that?
I ain't feel no type of way because I know what it is. My health is more important. Just spend more time with my family. That's it. Okay. That's how I kind of took advantage of that time.
So, how you feeling? How you feeling about Mother's Day right now?
I done spent some money. That's what I feel like.
But you ended up getting your mom.
I had finally got her that golden wig she been looking for years. Yeah, nah, the wig she want.
Oh, okay.
That one that be on the top shelf. I finally got her that good one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
How does that feel? Coming from where you was to where you are now, to be able to give something back to your mother.
I feel good. Now she ain't got to ask me for nothing no more. Nah, my mom real good. She a nice lady. She always looked out for me. So it's just good to do something for her finally.
I want to know first, where did you get the name Sevonta?
I kind of made that up when I was like a little kid, cause I used to get picked on a lot, and like nobody really wanted to be cool with me or be my friend. Even my family, they used to diss me, talking about don't talk to me in public. So I used to make Sevonta like an alter ego. So like I'll have a little fantasy. I'll be him for a little time being, and then I'm the cool guy in my head and all that. So it kind of transpired, and I just kept it along for the longest.
You're from
Noonan, Georgia.
Noonan, Georgia?
Yeah.
So growing up in Noonan, Georgia, how has that molded you to where you are now?
It's tough out there. It's a lot of people that's trying to make it, and you got to salute to them. Everybody that's really like grinding it out, but it's a lot of criticism. It's not much support because people are trying to be at the top instead of like helping each other out. And I heard from a dude that did an interview on Noonan, he a rapper, and he was saying the same thing. That's the thing I've been feeling for a while. So shout out to him for saying that to everybody.
How was it growing up in Georgia?
It wasn't bad. It was, you gotta make the best of it. You know what I mean? Like it's Georgia. Everybody want to be there. Everybody who want to be somebody comes there. So it's a happening state.
How did you get to travel the way that you did? Basically, coming from Georgia, now you're here in Kansas.
The military. I had joined the military after I had my first child. I was just sitting around I was trying to work and hanging out with my friends and everything, with my clique, and I just, after a while, like, it was getting too hard. I was like, I gotta make a change, so I finally walked to the military. I think God kind of showed me that way, so I really thank him for getting me out of that situation.
So with that, when did you start feeling that you was good at being a comedian?
I always wanted to be a comedian when I was a kid, and I always knew I was like funny when I'm like, if you know me, like you real close to me, I can be comfortable, because I was like real shy at times. So I was always making people laugh, and I'm like, I'm not even saying much, and they like rolling. And then after a while, like, I finally just got the confidence to do it out here. I was telling people I wanted to be it, and I had some supporters. Some people didn't support, but it is what it is. So after a while, more people kept on laughing during my shows. I know I had a couple like people just cheering, standing ovation. So it kind of just like, okay, I got something going. You know what I mean? So yeah.
So how was your first stand up? Yeah, like, a lot of times some people will do their first stand up and they're nervous.
Oh, I was nervous as I don't want to cuss over here. Sorry, mom, but I was nervous as hell, man. I think I was drunk. I was drunk as a motherfucker. I had a big old bottle of Crown Royal, and I said, "All right, I'm just gonna take a couple shots." And we were driving to Wichita. That's like an hour and a half. And my homeboy was driving for me. I was just taking shot after shot, just trying to feel relaxed. By the time I was about to get on stage, the bottle was gone. So you know how that went, man. So it is what it is. I learned from that.
So, where do you remember where specifically you did your first stand up?
The Looney Bin in Wichita, Kansas.
How was the environment? Did they? How was the environment to you when you got on stage? I know you said you
It was
drunk a little bit,
I
but
was real drunk. I think the crowd is more welcoming than most places, but if you suck, you suck. They just gonna look at you like this. Black people, they'll boo your ass, but white people, they just look at you like, come on, is you gonna say something funny? Come on now, like, so it's just like that. So it kind of it molded me to who I am now.
what is your style of comedy?
I just talk about life now. I used to try to like come up with material. Like I tried to do like Mike Epps way, just come up with quick snap jokes, and that wasn't working. It was like working a little bit, but I wasn't comfortable. But then when I finally got to like just start talking about life, baby mama drama, financial, kids, everything, and it just kind of like rolled off the tongue, and people just gravitated to it more.
So you feel like your comedy is more genuine than some people who try to plan. Are you a planner when it comes to
See,
stand up?
when I plan, I think too much, and then I'll be really trying to get to the punchline instead of building people up to it. So now I don't. Most time I don't come up with. I don't write material at all. Like I have it in my head. If I say it, I say it. If I don't, I don't. So I don't try to come up with scripted lines. It just whatever I see. If I see something in the crowd and it will make me think of an old joke, then I'll say it. You know what I mean?
With comedy, who are the people that you look up to? Like, if you was to have a top five, who would that be?
Bernie Mac, Eddie Murphy, Dave Chappelle, definitely. Mike Epps is always on my list, and salute to Carlos Miller. I gotta put him at mine. I know people ain't gonna like that, but it is what that's my top five people I look up to.
So,
I gotta add George Lopez too. Yeah, he one of my top two, so I got six.
if you was to have a chance to meet any of them to sit down and chat with them, which one would you pick out of the top six?
I gotta say George Lopez, cause he talks more. Like I would love to sit with Bernie Mac, but it's just George Lopez. That's who I kind of feel like I emulate minds a little bit more of, cause he talks about life. He might talk about Hispanic people, but he talks more about what he went through in life. It's not like a set joke that set up punchline all that. It's just he just talking, and that's how I kind of get mine from.
So you're doing stand up comedy. You're getting it. How long have you been DJing?
2 years? No, yeah, 2 years.
What made you start getting into the DJ?
My daddy was a DJ, and my older brother Jamie, he was a DJ. And it was just, I felt like it was just something like quick money. I can do something with it. It's not hard. Just vibe with the people, you know. And my daddy kind of helped me out a lot.
How was he an influence for you growing up?
It was, I don't know what they had going on. My mom and my daddy had their little beef. Everybody has their beef because I got two baby mamas, so I know what it is they probably went through. So I really can't question. Like sometimes he was there, sometimes he wasn't. It's just a lot of things that went on into it. I really can't say because I'll never know.
So do you feel like you're an artist as far as when it comes to being doing the things that you do, stand up comedian, being a DJ and an actor?
Uh, I guess you could say that. I just do what I'm passionate about mostly. I don't really try to think into that artistry and all that. I just try to do what I feel like I'm good at. If people like it, they like it. They don't, then it is what it is. Because if somebody's gonna like your talent, regardless of what everybody else thinks, you're gonna have something. And if nobody likes it, then you might need to get off stage and stuff.
So you feel that you're a creator, or just so it's just something that you feel like you're good at?
Um, I don't know. It's kind of hard to say on that. I just feel like, yeah, like you were saying, I feel like I'm just doing something that I'm good at. I just want my main thing is I just want my hand in every jar. Like I don't want to be just labeled just one thing. So that's just kind of how I am. I just want my name to be on everything. So yeah.
So that's the only reason I say entrepreneur, because a lot of times whenever you really think about it, a lot of people do one thing. I consider them more of an artist,
Uh-huh.
but entrepreneurs like, okay, I see this opportunity, I'm gonna use it, and I'm good at it,
Yeah.
right? I can use this to top to get to the next thing, and the next thing, and on and on. So like having those when and you're trying to be an inspired actor, or have you been in any of the actings?
Now I'm working on. I'm trying to learn how to act and everything. But I'm soon or later one day I'm gonna get to it.
Going back to your childhood, growing up, did you have a set of friends and everything that you used to hang out with that kind of help you mold and grow?
Uh, no, because they didn't really see this at all. Cause I never really spoke on it when I was a kid. Cause we were playing football and I just wanted to go play college. And during that time, nobody believed in me. Like even my closest friends, my parents didn't believe in me. And then when I finally, grinded out with my brother who played Arena League, Jamie and Bryant, he kept on helping me out, and I finally got my scholarships. And like everybody was surprised, like nobody believed when I got the scholarship. So that's all they knew at that time. So I think when I left for the army, and I finally got to this city, and I like stayed to myself and started understanding who I am. I started, doing things that I wanted to do instead of doing things that I saw that everybody would love to see. You know what I mean?
So when did you finally sit down and just had that thought? I really want to pursue this career as far as being a comedian.
I think after my grandma died, for real, right after her, because I was the whole time like after she died, after I heard about it, I was just making jokes, trying to cheer everybody up. And once I got to the funeral, everything came out of me, all the emotions, and then like after the funeral, the viewing or what is it at the burial site. When I was seeing her in the casket, they opened up again for people to see, because they closed it early in the funeral. Nothing else came out of me. I was fine. So I kind of like that kind of told me, okay, you got something with this. She brought this out of you, so try to do this in her name. Do it the right way. So yeah.
Okay. So, uh, so was your grandma a person that you really looked up to growing up?
Oh yeah, that's like my first mama. Like my mama knows like how much my grandma means to me, because my mama used to work like third shift all the time. So I spent time with her most of the time. Then I spent time with my auntie. So I really label I got three mamas, and now
So, as far as getting jokes out of the thing, do you feel that you have a family member that you kind of joked with that helped you with you getting better at comedy?
my brother, my oldest brother, he's my main supporter. Like no matter what I do, he always right behind me, because I think he see that not we're not getting a lot of motivation from people in our family and everything. So he's that main one that be on our side. So he kind of when I talk to him, I obviously think like two of my brothers are funnier than me. Like my brother Santez, he's very funny. His mindset different. And my brother that support me, he real funny. So he just be right behind me just to help me, and he'll every time I send him my skits or a stand up I did, he'll correct it, he'll send it to people. Like he real support.
Do you feel that if you started growing and everything, do you think that your brother would try to come in to stand up as well?
I don't know if he would. I think he'll try it, but I don't think he really cares about it like that. But no matter what, if I make it big, when I make it big, he's coming with me regardless. Cause that's just somebody that been with me day one out of everybody. If I ain't had nobody else to talk to, it was him.
So, what is your next move as of right now?
I don't know. Coronavirus ain't nothing to do right now but just work. Obviously, as soon as the coronavirus over, I'm gonna keep pursuing it, and just try to learn from the greats, and I got a couple mentors in Houston that will help me out, and just try to grind it out the best way I can.
When do you think you'll start doing stand up at so you could say state wise,
Texas.
Texas?
Mhm.
Well, is Texas because of mentors or is it just a
I just felt like something out there for me. Everybody keep telling me to go back to Georgia, but I don't think there's really much out there in Georgia for me per se, because it's a lot of grimy people out there, and I don't want to try to get caught up in the wind, and then everything else that's going on in Georgia, I don't want to get lost in that. So I just felt like Texas might be the better spot for me.
and the food's good.
Yeah, it got some good barbecue right
Yeah,
there.
real good barbecue.
Yeah, yeah. On that mug.
Boy, I almost ate my finger off.
Yeah, man.
You have a Facebook or Instagram that you have your followers on there. What's the Instagram name?
Sevonta.
Shavante.
Sevonta.
So, do you feel that you're trying to be like a web type comedian or?
Mm, nah, I just go. I really wasn't even gonna do videos. I was just focused on stand up, but my homeboy married, he kind of got me into it. He was like, bro, you need to make some videos. Then I made one, then I made two and three, and he was like, oh, I didn't know you gonna do all that. So when I started doing the videos, I get a little buzz, and then like I think people was trying to make me put out constant material, and then like I was running out of creativity because when you trying to drop something, it's not genuine. So I only drop now when I feel like it's right.
Kind of like Dave Chappelle, like sometimes he'll
Yeah,
just randomly pop up somewhere and start doing it.
yeah, you shouldn't rush it. If like, there's a lot of good people like Haha Davis and Daisy Banks that's good at it. They can do it constantly. But me, I'm a type of person. When it's the right time, I'll drop it.
Where do you see yourself in 5 years?
I don't know, man. Whatever God sees me at. That's all. I don't try to like think ahead of time. I just like live in the moment. And whatever He has for me is whatever He has.
Is there some place that you want to be? Like as far as in the future wise, it don't have to be 5 years.
Hollywood. I just want to make a couple films and TV shows, and I just really want to make a name and put my city on the map. Cause at first I used to not want to like represent, cause I didn't feel like I was getting any love. But at the end of the day, there's so many people that's grinding out, and you can't just be like focused on yourself and saying people don't care about you. Cause at the end of the day, there's somebody out there that might not know about you, and they still need support, and they have talent just to be seen too. So I just don't want to take no opportunities from nobody.
So you like that everybody eats at the table.
I kind of like, I'll make sure you get your own plate. I'm not gonna let you eat off my plate per se, cause you gotta work. If I don't see you working, then I'm not gonna mess with you. But I'm gonna make sure I'm gonna put you in the right directions and make sure that you have your own plate for your own family and your own friends to eat off. You know what I mean?
Right. Okay, I can see that. Cause it's like everybody could be at the dinner plate, but you gotta get your own food.
Yeah, like I don't want. I'm not like a selfish guy.
Mm-hmm.
I used to have my moments a long time ago, like really, and I kind of reconciled with myself about it. I just want to make sure that you can provide for yourself instead of depending on me. Cause I'm a grown man, you a grown man. Like we got to get it ourselves. But I'm gonna be there right every step to make sure. Okay, this is what you need to do. If you don't do it, then that's on you.
Through all this in your life, tell me about like your happiest memory.
My happiest memory. I think when my kids were born. Yeah, it's got. I think that's the best one. Seeing my kids like being happy and doing what you can for them. I think that's like the happiest moment for me, other than stand up.
Having a kid, do you feel like it made you grow? Did it change
Yeah,
your
cause
work?
when I was younger, I used to like play with money. I didn't really think about working like that. I was just trying to play football. And then when I had my first child, I was playing college. I think my second year, I had dedicated my last season to him, and I just been trying to do what I can and provide whatever I have to do for him. I just try to make sure I get it for him, and it kind of just molded me into the guy I am. I was different. I was careless and didn't care about nothing. Then when I had them, I started caring a lot more, and I started getting on the grind, you know. Cause I remember when I first got home, I was working job to job, and then I was trying to make every dollar I could, so I started like selling liquor out the trunk. So I had like bottles selling at shots and everything, selling it at the job, whatever I could. So it kind of shows like I'm trying to make as much as I can for him. So yeah.
Okay. So, when you had the child, did you name him or did
Oh, I had no part of that.
you know part?
It,
Okay.
it, it was a lot of drama, but I think we talked about it, but it was really like, okay, I'm still naming him this. I was like, all right, whatever it is. And after that, you can't really say much. But when his name came in, I after a year, I got on the birth certificate and I changed his middle name to Sean, which is my middle name. It's Sean Vontae, but I just gave him that. So I felt good about that part. I finally did something. So yeah.
So having your first child, be about to go to college and things like that. So what made you transition from going to college to going to the military?
Well, I had took a break when I got out of college because after that I already knew I had to work because I knew I had to get some money for him. So I gave up college and football after that, and I was just working for a while, and I was hanging out with the crowd, and then after, like it just nothing was like panning out. Like I'm spending money just as fast as I'm getting money. Like I'm paying her for him, giving her money for my child, then uh, I'm working and partying and drinking, and nothing was making sense. Like how am I not having money? Then I was just like, you know what, it's time for me to go. This, cause I didn't want to keep living in my mama house. So I was like, all right, let me just get a job, go to the military. Hopefully they'll work out. Like my cousin, he told me about the military. So yeah,
Okay. So do you have any regrets in your life?
no,
No. You feel like everything happens for a reason, or
yeah, I feel like that, cause I feel like the mistakes you made is not just an accident. You do it for a reason. There's God knows what your life is going to be at the end of the road. So he know you're going to make that mistake. He know you're going to make this mistake. Now there's times where there's a mistake that could happen that he saves you from, because there's plenty of times I could have been in jail, because I remember when I was in college, we riding around with 6 ounces, 7 ounces in the car, smoking weed at the top of that. And I'm just like, hold on. Ain't nobody telling us we need to stop doing this? Like, like something. Like, there's so many times he could have locked me up. I could have been dead. Like, I remember I was at gunpoint one time trying to make a transaction. Like, it was so many things that he saved me from. Like, parties I could have died then. Like, it's some reason why he saved me from all this. Like, so that's why I look at it like this. Like, some people are chosen to do something, and some people are just lessons to learn. Like, you don't like, how do I say it? You don't have to go through something to learn a lesson. Somebody else can show you a lesson through their mistakes or through death. Like, everything is for a reason. So that's how I look at it for right now.
okay. So with the college aspect, did you have like a clique or a group that you was in?
I had like a couple friends. It was a small school, so like everybody had their individual groups and everything. Like me, I was with the smokers. We was a smoker group, really, cause we was just high all the time.
Jeez.
Yeah, like I'm high in front of my coach, and he just looking at me, and I'm like, "What? You gonna play me or what?" So it was just like we had our group, like it was me, a white boy, and this light skinned dude, and Dyke, and we always would click, and we would just hang out, just smoke, and then that was really it. I didn't really make too many friends out there.
Mm. So with the football aspect, like what position did you end up playing?
In college, I was a running back.
Running back.
Yeah.
Yeah. Were you more of the speed type, or you like to go in between the lines?
In high school, I wasn't really that good. And people can tell you when they see this interview, they can be like, "Boy, you were not good." I know they gonna say that, but when I was in high school, I kind of like I was just trying to figure it out, and there was a lot of good guys, but I was just God just gave me that opportunity. When I got to college, that's when I think I evolved, and I started like doing good. Like my first year was kind of rough, but because it was like a weird offense, and they was trying. I don't know, it's a weird thing, but on my second year, we had a new coach, and I kind of like I was smaller too, and I was just running, and it kind of worked for a while. We would just rotate. It was like three of us, and that was my turn up year really.
You say you felt like you sucked in high school, and then you go to college, you was better. And you said that it was your kid that helped you get into that, as well as your cousin and your big brother. So with all that and put it together, when you create that mode, what do you want for your kid?
To believe in themselves. Don't let nobody tell you you can't do nothing or you can't do this or can't do that. Plenty of people told me I couldn't play. People told me I couldn't go to college. My coaches, I remember this dude named Coach Mack. He told me he was talking to everybody at the end of the season, and he was asking like all the running backs because he was a running back coach. What are you gonna do after this? Because it was our senior year. And then I told him I'm finna play college football. I got a couple offers, and he just looked at me and gave me that little really, and then walked off. So it kind of like determined me like I'm gonna prove you wrong. So that's how I look at it from now on. And I want them to be like, don't let nobody deter you from what you want. Whatever you want to do. My son want to wash cars for a living. I'm with that because my brother does that. My son want to be a mechanic. I don't care. Whatever makes you happy, because at the end of the day, you have one life. And with that one life, you can't mess up because ain't no going back. So that's how I look at it.
That's definitely a good mindset, because a lot of people don't think that way. A lot of times they just sit there and be like, "Woe is me,"
Yeah.
and get all down on themselves and stuff like that,
And
thinking they're not going to
when you be like that after a while, you gonna be hating. When you don't live the life that you want, or you let a lot of things deter you from the life you want, a lot of hate builds up in your heart. So when you see somebody that's doing something that you want, now you hating on that person because you feel like you should have been that spot. You know what I mean? And sometimes the things that you want ain't really for you because God has a different plan for you. So a lot of times you got to understand what God has for you and what you want. You can't mix them two together because you're gonna want something more, and then God said, "No, I got this for you, so I'm just gonna make you go through this so you can learn." And that's where a lot of people don't get it at times.
Yeah, and I'm kind of like understanding where you coming from, because like for me, I joined the military because I wanted to be better than what I was. So I was like, man,
Hmm.
this is not my end goal.
Yeah,
This is not for me. So what I want to do is get a better opportunity, and then that's when it was like, you get promotions every year. All right,
yeah,
let me go ahead and do that. So got into it. I mean, there's other stuff that you don't want that we don't want to talk about and stuff
yeah,
like that, but yeah, all in all, it made me into a better person and growing everything in that aspect. So I understand what you mean as far as growing, being able to do what you want, and trying to prevent. And you have a kid, so that's
yeah.
even more of a responsibility for you.
My message I want to put out to people is don't always count the other person out. Just because they doing bad at one point in their life, don't you never know when they might be up and you might be down. Now you looking at it differently. So always support everybody around you. Never put anybody down because they can be in your shoes. They can be in your position because you can be the top dog, and then they just trying to get through, and then all of a sudden life switches, and you just looking like what happened. So it's just like always try to support and be there for people and try to talk to them. And if they need support or they need advice, give it to them. Because you never know, they might help you when you down bad. So that's how I look at it.
So for people who feel kind of down on their luck and stuff like that, what can you say for them? Say, for example, they want to do better, become a comedian, and they're not doing well at doing stand up.
Never give up. Never, just don't, always believe in yourself. If somebody's saying you don't need to be doing this, get that person away from you. You gotta keep staying positive, cause you never know, in the middle of the road you trying to pursue this one goal. Somebody else that has an opportunity for you that God probably sent to you might be right there, and all you need to do is just keep going at yourself and keep believing in yourself. And then that opportunity might deter you, but that might be the opportunity that makes you. You know what I mean?
Right.
So you don't ever want to just give up, unless, I can't say if you bad, because at the end of the day, everybody's bad at the beginning. It's always gonna be some ups and downs, and no matter what you do, so just keep going at it.
If a person was to see you, like if I was to meet somebody else, how would they describe you?
Asshole. People feel like I'm mean, and I say a lot of things that they don't like, that rub people the wrong way. But it's just, I'm a stand up guy. I'll tell you what it is. If I don't like it, I don't like it. If I feel like you doing something wrong, I'm gonna tell you. I'm not gonna tell you how to run your life. But in the day, I'm gonna be on you like, hey, bro, you don't be doing that, or I'll just let you do your thing. I'm not. I wouldn't people would say I'm not a dickhead. I'll just be like, all right, you don't be doing that, or I'll help you and I'll give you advice, but you gotta like understand who I am. It's all about understanding people, and I gotta work on how I perceive the message to people, cause a lot of people don't take it the right way.
Okay. I saw some of your recent videos. Saw the one where when people ask you to join the military, what
Yeah,
was that very first dude who threw
Uncle B.
stuff at you?
With that character, I got from my uncle Bernard. He's he was that kind of, he wasn't that type of guy, but his mannerisms a little bit I got from, like, he was a little slow, so he'll say things that you be like, what? And then if you, a lot of people just blow him off, but I'll do the same thing, but sometimes I'll still listen, because there's some stuff you'll hear and be like, what the world? And it'll be funny to me, and I'll just be cracking up to myself. So when I got that character, I kind of made him into a younger street dude, but still an uncle in that type form, you know?
Oh, okay.
He don't play no mess, something like that.
So, do you feel that you're gonna be making more videos in the future?
Yeah, most definitely.
Okay. So, do you already got something lined up, ready to go, or you?
Nah, it's just whatever comes to my head that day, then I'll get it. But it all depends on who I have around me. If I have somebody that can film me, because it's kind of hard to do it by myself, then I can do it. I gotta have people that's motivated. All right, we can get this, let's knock this out. So it's kind of like that.
Okay. So, what is your ideal audience? Like people who you want to see your videos?
Diversity. I want everybody. I don't. I love black people. I don't want just black people to see it. I want everybody, because I don't feel like I'm just. I really don't feel like I'm for all black audience. I'm for everybody, because my comedy is, it's not about talking about the streets all the time. It's not about talking about how the hood is. It's about everything. So I just try to get everybody that I know, because I've been around a whole bunch of diverse cultures in the military, college. So I kind of learned how to vibe with everybody else, you know.
Where's the first? Where's the first place that you want to go? Where's the ideal place that you want to do your stand up in?
I just want to go. I'm gonna go to a couple what is it? Open mics. Just keep going at that, and whatever happens, happens. I don't really try to focus on that.
Okay, so like if you
You
wanted to,
saying like my end goal?
yeah, end goal,
My
yes.
end goal, I want to tour with the greats, Mike Epps, all that. I don't care for like specials or anything. I just want to say I did it. I lived. That's it. That's it. I don't have no huge aspects on things like that. I just want to make it to the top. Now, all right, I finished this goal. Pursue something else. That's how I
You know, you sound like the humble asshole.
am. That's just how
I
I
don't mean to
am.
put you in an asshole, man, but you're
Yeah.
just very straightforward about the point, straight to the point, stuff like that.
That's basically how I am.
Okay. So, do you feel like that resembles somebody in your family? Like,
No, I think I'm different. Cause a lot of people in my family, like my mama, my uncle, my stepdaddy, they pastors. And everybody is, trying to be godly and all that. And they have their mistakes and all that. But I feel like I was really different because I do love God and I focus in on that. But I'm not scared to jump out and do something else. Everybody kind of stayed in their lane. Whatever they saw was, feasible. So when I was like 6 or 7, I told them I wanted to be an actor and comedian. Not really anybody believed me, but now I'm at the point I'm that person that can break that threshold. So I just got to make sure I make it. And so when my nieces and my nephews, I got a whole bunch of them, and my kids, they can say, okay, now we have somebody in our family that made it. So now it's believable. You know what I mean?
If somebody wanted to book you, where can they find you?
Well, they can hit me up on Instagram. All my info is on there, SCVONTA. Yeah, you can get my email and my phone number. If you want me to come, I'm here to have fun.
Okay.
That's basically, I don't try to think on, oh, I need to be in this type of area or this type of scene. I don't care. As long as you got a stage and you want to have some fun, just call me.
What's your drink?
My drink?
Yeah. What's your go-to drink when you want to feel the vibe?
Crown?
Crown?
Crown or effing?
Effing vodka?
Yeah.
That sound like.
You got to mix it with some juice. It'd be real good.
I never tried effing vodka. That sound like that's from 50, right?
Yeah.
Man, I never tried that.
My brother turned me on to it. It's real good. I don't really drink like that no more. I just be chilling now.
Okay. So you got away from that. Most of it.
Mm-hmm.
Do you feel like it was the college that the military got you into it?
No, I think I was just trying to I was trying to be that guy, and I was for a second, and then when it got too much, I just stopped, cause I was throwing parties and everything, and then when I start understanding the wrong people was around that I didn't need in my life, cause there's some people that you ran into your life that you was never supposed to meet, and when I stopped doing that and I started pursuing the things I wanted to do, everybody left. Nobody called me. Friends, even back home, I never heard from anybody. And then when they see me up, they start saying, like, I think Mulatto, she had shared my video. People hit me up on that. When I start reaching like 10K on Facebook on a video, people hit me up. So when they see things that going up, they want to hit you up. But when you down, nobody's there. So that's why I don't really associate with a lot of people no more.
So you got a small circle that you.
It's just me, my homeboy Tyler, and my brothers. That's it.
So you're about to go back to them currently?
Yeah.
Okay. And what's the first thing you do when you touch down?
Get a job. Nah, I'm just gonna visit family for real. Just hang out with everybody and try to get the love.
So when you thinking of making that move to Texas?
August.
That's a for sure.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, here we are, the man, the myth, the legend.
Yeah, man.
Humble asshole. Corey.
All right, it's your boy Corey Sevonta Bryant, and you are with JC Raw Media. I'll holler at y'all later.